Hello, this is Lady Boule, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I've received a lot of subscribers lately. Thank you so much. Please hit the notification bell so you'll know when new videos are uploaded. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. If you'd like to have a particular topic discussed, let me know in the comments section or email me at ladyboule8596@aol.com. So I've been watching the situation with Judge Judy, the TV show Judge. She had the black man that was the bailiff for many years on her show. Apparently now she has a new contract and maybe a new platform or a new format for her show, and this man was not invited to come to the new show. The first time I heard this, I didn't think too much about it, so he's not going to be on the new show. I'm surprised that the show is still on at all, because they've been on for 25 years. But he wasn't invited to come to the new show, and he's going around talking to this person and that about the fact that he wasn't invited to come to the show. And it just appeared to me that he's trying to low-key shame her for not inviting him to come to the show. I don't know who makes decisions about things like that, but it appears that he's saying she does. So the real bottom line is, if it's her show, it's her decision. I'm not sure he means for it to come across like this, but to me, he's coming across as someone who feels entitled, that he's entitled to be on that show. Now, this is a case of somebody needing to pull him aside and tell him that this is a bad look for you. This is a very bad look, and you're not coming across as a sympathetic figure, because you've been on that show for 25 years and you've been getting paid $1 million a year for the last few years. So that's not a good look right here, what you're doing. And they're not going to change their mind and hire him, because they've already hired somebody else. His name is Petrie Hawkins Bird. He has been with Judge Judy for 25 years since the first episode of that show, which makes him the longest serving courtroom bailiff in history on TV. According to internet sources, he is worth $3.5 million. The average bailiff makes $39,840 a year. The reason that they have given for him not being asked to the new show is that he's basically priced out. And so they are going with a person, and apparently, I think, based on what I could find, is another black man, so giving him a chance to make some money. I think that what this man doing shows a lack of gratitude. Nobody is required to give you a job. She brought him along for 25 years. I think what would have been the proper thing to do would be to say thank you for the opportunity and the $3.5 million I've been able to rack up. And he's probably worth more than that. So, to say that, oh, well, she didn't ask me, as if she was required to do that. And he may not mean it that way, but it comes across as him thinking that somehow she owed him that, and she did not. Now, he is popular, he is attractive, and he has been in that business for 25 years. My question would be, why doesn't he have a production team of his own, or why doesn't he go to an agent or somebody in the business and get his own show? There's all kinds of stuff on TV now that's, crap as far as I'm concerned, but he seems like a decent enough man, and he's intelligent. Why not get his own show? He may not be a judge, but there's something that he could do that would be very useful, put his talents to work. He has learned something in all those years of working in a courtroom, because he worked with Judge Judy when she was a judge in New York City. So they do have a long history together. And why she didn't really talk to him and tell him and explain to him remains to be seen, but I don't think that she was required to do that, because at the end of the day, that's a business. Furthermore, the fact that he's going around talking to all of these different people about why he's not on the new show tells you something about the kind of person he is. And she might know that. You spend 25 years with a person, you learn something about that person. You might not think you're revealing something about yourself, but you are. So he can't cry racism, because if she was a racist, she wouldn't have carried him along that long. And if she was a racist, she wouldn't be hiring another black man, because the Kevin Rasco that's supposed to be replacing him, the one that I researched, is black. There's some black ones and some white ones, so you have to figure it out. But this picture says he's the bailiff, so we'll see. But even if he was white, that would still be fine, because she's giving him, that's full, 25 years is a full work history. You're 55 years old, and you've put 25 years in, that's full retirement. So it baffles me that he would not show more gratitude, and that he would come out and say, well, she didn't invite me back, or I don't know, or they didn't tell me. And I think that he doesn't realize that in some sections and some segments of society, he comes across as looking weak and ungrateful. I think about Steve Harvey, who lost 2 or 3 jobs in 1 year. And he was sitting around smoking a cigar saying, I'm doing fine. The world has been good to me. To me, that's the attitude that you take. Because what he's going to do, he's doing damage to himself. Because other people who might have been interested in him for something would look at him and say, well, look what this dude has done. She's given him 25 years and she didn't owe him. And then he's coming around looking like he's butthurt because he didn't get to go along for the ride. She might be on the shoestring budget herself. She might have to take a cut in pay. He said, oh, well, she didn't give me a chance to take a lower salary. Well, if you are worth $1 million, go find the job that's going to pay you $1 million. Put your talents and your skills out there. That's just how I feel about it. I just think that is, obviously, I think that shows a lack of class. And I've said gratitude before, but I can't say it enough. Because she gave him a chance that she didn't have to give him. And now he's all over the internet, all over television. Sounds like whining. White women are not required to give black men jobs. And that should be a statement that nobody has to tell them. And I'm going to say this before I end this. He's not saying racism, but everybody knows that's what's implied when it's a white person and a black person is behaving as if they have been mistreated. This man has not been mistreated. This man was treated well. She didn't have to bring him along in the first place. She could have got a white woman, a black woman, a white man, or another kind of black man. She didn't owe him anything. I think, and the reason I say this is because we have enough conflict going on in America. And so anytime that we have a chance to diffuse a situation, I think we should do it. This man is 63 years old. He's had 25 years on a TV show. And I don't know how long he's been making $1 million a year, but he's been making $1 million a year enough that now it's estimated that he's worth $3.5 million. So apparently he's had a chance to save something. And I believe that when somebody does something nice for you, you should show gratitude. There's gratitude again. He could just as easily have gone on these shows that he's going on and talked about how wonderful it was working with Judge Judy, and talked about that long history, friendship, jobship that they've had together. And then he could write a book. He could somebody would help him do that. He could write a book and it would probably be a bestseller. He could come up with a spiffy title like My 25 Years with the Irrepressible Judge Judy. And then you can have pictures of her where she's showing some of those funny expressions that she has. He could tell some of the funny things that happened on set and behind the scenes. He could talk about the funniest people, the most dangerous people that came to the courtroom, the strangest experiences with Judge Judy. He could make something out of that, and somebody would promote that and support him just on the basis of the fact that he was taking the optimistic road and he was taking the high road and not the low road. People like to see people be the big person about something. People like to see people manage a situation in a mature way. Let the world know I learned something from these 25 years and I am grateful. There's that word again. Because people know who she is. They know how she is. And a lot of people like her, and even people who don't like her, who don't care that much about her, are amused by her antics in the courtroom. So he could have taken that same thing and turned it into something that would yield something positive for him. And I don't understand why people don't have friends, because that's what friends are for. It could have been just as easily that he said, "Thank you so much for the opportunity. And I wish you and the new show the best." Now, he could have been hurt by it. He could have been, any number of things he might have felt. But that's what he should have shown if you are a person who actually does live with gratitude and know how to be thankful for what somebody has done for you. Okay, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think. You don't have to agree with me, but let me know what you think. Subscribe, leave me a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.